BiffNet Studios World Headquarters in Spring, Texas, it's Barry on Deck, hosted by former ESPN Houston radio host and stand-up comedian Barry Laminack, starring Oliver the Cat. Written by Barry Laminack, produced by Barry Laminack, directed by, you guessed it, Barry Laminack, featuring sports, entertainment, special guests, film sessions, and some drinking. Okay, a lot of drinking. Viewer discretion is advised. And now, here's your host, Barry Laminack.
The struggle continues.
Live from the BiffNet Studios World Headquarters in Spring, Texas, it's Barry on Deck, hosted by former ESPN Houston radio host and stand-up comedian Barry Laminack, starring Oliver the Cat. Written by Barry Laminack, produced by Barry Laminack, directed by, you guessed it, Barry Laminack, featuring sports, entertainment, special guests, film sessions, and some drinking. Okay, a lot of drinking. Viewer discretion is advised. And now, here's your host, Barry Laminack.
What's up, you damn dirty deckheads? Welcome to Barry on Deck. I am your host, Barry Fuck This Mike. Thank you guys for Fuck This Mike. Today is Fuck This Mike. And fuck this mixer. And fuck this computer. Yay! All right, we're doing it. Jesus Christ. Hold on, let me... Sorry, I have a booker asking me for flight details. Man, when is my flight? I land about 1 p.m. on Thursday. Okay, sorry about that. Welcome to the show. Son of a bitch. Hey, okay, we're gonna do this again. We're gonna have a good show. I don't give a shit what happens. The guy doing the intro deserves a raise. Yeah, he does a lot of work. How many times has he had to do it twice, huh? How many times has he had to do it twice? 'Tis a good question. 'Tis a good question. All right, what is happening? I'm looking, oh shit. Let's see. All right, sorry about that, y'all. Sorry, hopefully this will put this to bed. Okay. All right. Okay. Sorry. Okay. God damn it. All right. See, this has been my whole life. Nonstop. Okay. We're going to have fun today. We didn't get to something yesterday that I wanted to share with you guys. A couple things really about life, non-sports related. So wanted to discuss those with you. One of them is about drinking. I ventured out and tried some different stuff. And I don't know why I did this. I just got a wild hair up my ass and did it. So was just gonna share that with you. And then wanted to tell you the story about Nora and I going and buying her car. Cause yes, I finally made a deal that I liked for her car. Yeah. But she doesn't have a car. So I'll tell you that story. Also, that's not the topics for the day. Actual topics for the day. Let me get over here. Actual topics for the day. Heck yeah. We're going to do some NFL week 1. We're going to do the NFL worst quarterback sitch. But we'll do some NFL week 1 as well. Oop. We're going to talk a little bit about Fromber as well. We're going to talk about what happened last night in a Yankees game between Fromber, Valdez, and his catcher, and I'll give you my thoughts and opinions on it. We'll get into we didn't talk yesterday. We did some college football yesterday, a lot of college football yesterday, but we'll get into North Carolina. We didn't talk about Bill Belichick's debut in college football, so we'll jump into that. And if we have time, we'll start looking ahead into week 1 NFL, and we'll get into fantasy. So, quick question for you. How many of you guys, one in the chat, if you are in the Barry on Deck Pick'em Challenge? Put a 1 in the chat if you've joined the Pick'em Challenge. I'm trying to gauge how many we have so far. Last year we had like 19. So, hey, Mimi. Let's see. Hold on. That was wrong. Let's see. Hold on. Let me say what's up to everybody, by the way. Hi to my sweet, sweet Donna and Total Dallas on YouTube, along with Rudy Rod. Who else is on YouTube? Stream Elements is. Who else showed up over there on the tubes getting them tied? Oh, it looks like it. Okay. On Twitch, we have Jesus. Good to see you, buddy. Flip. PB Dubs. All right. John Dorier. What's up, pimpin'? Uriel Villanueva. The streak is alive. Oh, shit. I missed him. We got AR Platinum up in this bitch. Holy shit. We have an AR Platinum sighting, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody's been coming back this week. The comebacks are alive. I dig it. Good to see you, buddy. Hope things are well. Barry also live on Dry Bar on YouTube right now talking about his Oklahoma family. Oh, did they have me on their YouTube channel or just playing on yours? Yeah, I'd be surprised. I would be surprised if they played any of my shit on their YouTube channel. They seem to really hate me. So I would be shocked if they played any of my stuff at all. But what's up, AR Platinum? Good to see you. Who else is here? John Dorier, Jeff Bell. What up, pimpin'? Perry. What's up, Perry? Good to see you, Holmes. What else? Mr. Reyes back in the building. God damn it, I did it again. I don't fix this right. Chris Reyes is back in Le Buildon. Good to see you, Mr. Reyes. Congrats again on getting hitched soon. Who else is here? Cisco, hi from high. What up, homie? Keith Sager's here, my Long Talk brethren. Jeff Bell, it is a wonderful Wednesday. Let's hope it is. Even with the tech problems, you can't harsh my mellow. Who else is here? Brian Pettit, what up, man? Good to see you, brother. Oh, it's on their channel right now, live? Let's go see. YouTube live right now. Wow. That's crazy. That's crazy. Let's go see. Dry Bar Comedy. Nope. I don't see it. They are live. Nope. I see Brad Upton. Yeah. I see Brad Upton. Oh, they were running a bunch of different stuff. Oh. Okay. Well, I guess they threw me in the mix there. Okay, I'll take it. That's cool. That'll work. I guess they fit me in. Oh, there's the dude that got me on there, Jeff Allen. Good to see you, Jeff. Yeah, I guess they just have me on the list. Cool. Well, whatever. I guess that's so they don't have to. I don't know why they're doing that. That's interesting, though. Very interesting. Very interesting. I wonder if they, well, I don't know. They're supposed to pay us like every time they air our shit. I don't know if they pay us for that or not. That'd be an interesting question. Shorts, live, Brad Upton, 3 years ago, 30 watching, 24/7 comedy. I guess that's right now. Huh. Very interesting. Nope, don't want to add it to the queue. Okay, well, thanks for sharing, AR Platinum. They had your Oklahoma show on. Oh, cool. Damn, you must have just turned off. Yep. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. That's it. That are playing the Pick'em contest. Y'all some lazy bitches. We had 19 people last year in the Pick'em contest. That's it. Oh, no, we don't even have 5 because Donna did it twice. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 people. That's all we have. Oh, Cece's in. Where's Cece been? She has been absent from this show. So we only have 5 people doing the Pick'em contest. Are you guys just not into this show or what? What's happening? Hey, what up, Chris? Good to see you, buddy. Hey, AJB, what up, pimp? Got more YouTube people coming in. That's good to see. Got Mina here. We got AJB. We got AR Platinum. Man, we got 11 people. I mean, 11,000 people watching. Don't look. You don't need to look. Just give me the title now, Alex says. Okay, we'll see. I mean, you did win it last year, but you didn't put a 1 in the chat. Are you playing? You didn't put a 1 in the chat. So are you playing? Because I didn't see your 1 in the chat. I'll have to get an updated. I will probably join till next week, Barry. Oh, okay. That's fine. So AR Platinum said he's down. Yeah, that's dope. So here's the deal. If you missed it, and those of you who don't know, it's real easy. It's $20 to enter, and anybody can enter. And here's the reason it costs to enter. Yes, it's tomorrow. So tune in tomorrow to get the matchup of the week. But it's $20 to enter. 2 of those dollars goes into the winner pool. Okay. The other $18 gets put into the bank. Each of you has your own bank. All right. And then every week you're going to get a matchup of the week. Okay. And you pick who you think is going to win the Barry on Deck Pick'em Contest matchup of the week. It'll probably look something like this. I might change it a little bit, but for the most part, this is probably what the slide will look like. It'll show you the two teams. It'll show you who's on their team, QBs, running backs, wide receivers, their flex, their tight end, their defense, and their kicker, their total points, and it'll show you their record and who the team owner is. Okay? That'll be the matchup of the week, and then you'll have to pick. I will post a link in the chat. I will also post it on the Discord, but I'll post a link in the chat to a form that you will go fill out. Very simple form, if you recall from last year. It was very, very easy to use. And that form will look something. Let me see if I can find it. It'll look something. Show prep fantasy pick'em. That form will look something like this. This is just the placeholder form. So don't be like, well, mine didn't look like that. Well, okay, calm down. Form will look something like this. It'll say Pick'em Challenge. And then it'll just, you'll put in your email. And it'll have the week number already listed. You'll put in your name. And then it'll say the week number. And then who you got. And then it'll have those two teams listed, right? So you'll see it'll either have Chi-Town Swifties or the Pie Eaters, for example. You'll pick, and that's it. And then you'll submit the form, and you're done. That's it. The whole thing is done. Your responses will be recorded, and then at the end of the week, I will show you, the following week, we'll go through all of the leagues. We'll go through all the Barry on Deck Fantasy League results. We'll talk about them all. And then I'll even show you the matchup of the week results and who won and who lost. Okay. And then if you got it right, you get $1 back from the $20 you put in the pool out of your bank. Now remember, because there's 18 weeks, we take $2 of your 20, put it in the winner pool. The other 18 goes into your bank. So for every right pick you get in each week, you get $1 back. For every wrong pick, it goes into the winner's pot. The winner's pot is split 70-30 between first place and second place. So you also get a point for every correct pick. Person with the most points gets first place. They get first place prize money, which is 70% of the winner pot. Second place gets 30. If there's a tie, you split it. If it's a first place tie, then there's no second place. That's just how it goes. All right? Pretty simple. A lot of fun. Super easy way to make money. Don't have to be a Patreon member. Everyone can get in on this. It's a lot of fun. No reason not to play unless you don't have $20. And if that's the case, I'll loan you $20 if you want to play, but you just don't have it. I'll loan it to you. I mean, you got to pay me back like right away, but yeah, I'll loan it to you just so you can get in. And don't be like, oh, I'll pay you back out of my winnings, because some of you are stupid and I don't trust you to pick this. So the way that you do this is you simply email Jen. Dub said, I'll get in since I didn't do fantasy this year. Email Jen. Yes. Dubs, just email Jen. Jen at barryondeck.com. It's Jen at barryondeck.com. Tell her you want in on the Pick'em Challenge, and she'll tell you what to do. Really, all you're just going to do is PayPal, Venmo, or Cash App, Carrier Pigeon, whatever. Send her $20, and then you're in. And then just pick every week. And then don't forget, if you forget to get your picks in, you lose that week. So you'll lose that $1. So muy importante that you pay attention. But it does start this week. I think I'm going to move. Hey, what up, Terrence? Terrence said I'm going to email her tonight to join Pick'em. Hell yeah. I think I might move. I'm thinking about moving the deadlines to like Saturday. Just because like one night, one game isn't going to change the Pick'em contest all that much. And it's usually on Thursdays, and that's not enough time. So I think I might move it to Saturdays to give y'all more time to get your pick in. But it's definitely going to be like Saturday at midnight. If you don't get it in by Saturday at midnight, your picks don't count. But, I mean, most people's picks ain't going to change just because they got to see Thursday's game. That ain't going to matter that much. I don't know. What do y'all think? All right. I'll have to ask the boss, Jen. So, let me, there's a game this Friday. Oh, there's a game Thursday and Friday? Oh, okay. Well, you may have to get your picks in early this week. Okay. It depends. Let's see. It depends on how many games there are. Let's see. NFL schedule. Is there really a game on Friday? Fuck. I got a gig that night too. Oh, that's I've got the stupid what's it called? I'll maybe leave that early. No, I got to be there at 8. Damn it, I'll record it. Anyways, week 1, Dallas, Philly. Hold on, let me put this on screen. What am I doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Excuse me. All right, here's your NFL schedule, in case you give a shit. Thursday, Dallas at Philly. Friday, KC at LAC. Donna said, would I steer you wrong? Never. Oh, yeah, it is in Brazil. You're right, Alex. Look at y'all. I don't pay attention to this shit. Sunday is all the rest. Your Monday night matchup is Minnesota at Chicago. All right. So, yeah, there's your matchups. KC at the Chargers. And then all your Sunday games, you have Tampa at Atlanta, Cincy at Cleveland, Miami at Indy, Las Vegas at New England, Arizona and New Orleans, Pittsburgh at the Jets, Giants at Washington, Carolina at Jacksonville, Tennessee at Denver, San Fran at Seattle, Detroit at Chicago, Houston at the Rams, Baltimore at Buffalo. That's going to be a fun one to open the season. That's the NBC Sunday night game. That might be game of the week, dare I say. I don't think it's going to be Dallas, Philly. I just don't. Especially with no Micah Parsons. Ugh. Probably not. But that could be game of the week. Trying to look here. Do we got any other game of the week potential? I mean, Pittsburgh at the Jets. They knew what they were doing when they made that one. Right? I mean, they knew what they were doing. Aaron Rodgers going back to the place where he wrecked it. Okay. You got, let's see, Russ and Washington. Yeah, nothing. San Fran, Seattle. Detroit, Green Bay is going to be good. Detroit, Green Bay is going to be real good. That might be runner up. I told Dallas, Micah who. I'm going to say games of the week in order. In order? Okay. Saints, Cardinals, game of the week. Book it. Okay. Calm down, Perry. I'll have what he's having, bartender. Game of the week, Baltimore, Buffalo. Followed closely by Detroit at Green Bay. Yep. There you go. That's that. And then, yeah. Minnesota at Chicago, I don't think is going to be very good. I actually think Chicago's going to win that game, by the way. Yep. Anyways, there's your schedule. Yeah, there's your schedule. All right. There's that. Jen, you should be getting some emails for the Pick'em contest. How many do we have now, Jen? How many do we have? How many do we have in the Pick'em? Where are we at? How we looking? Dub said he's going to join. I think one other person, Terrence said they were going to join. Yeah. And then we had like 5 in the chat say that they were in. So we should be getting a few more. So there you go. And then as always, I'll have fantasy updates for you guys. And Jen also has, if you're a member of Patreon, and if you're not, why not? But if you're a member of Patreon, you can also go onto the Discord and find out Jen has DraftKings set up for everybody. Damn. My Saints look so bad, I'm thinking of streaming defense against them in fantasy. Yeah, bro. That brings me to one of our topics for the day, which was worst quarterback situations in the NFL this season. I mean, when you see your guy on the front cover, that's never good. But in the NFL's 10 worst quarterback situations, where do the Giants, Browns, and Saints rank? Well, the Giants are at 10, and I don't necessarily... I mean, okay, 10's, it could be worse, I guess. That's bottom of the top third. So, okay. But, I mean, not that Russ is great. I think Jackson Dart, okay. And Jameis as your third is good for Dart, but we'll see what Jackson Dart ends up being. 9 is the Patriots. They ended up going and grabbing Tommy DeVito. But if your quarterback room, like this quarterback room, I don't understand why people are so down on that room. It's really not terrible. I mean, Russ is crazy Russ, don't get me wrong, but I've already spoken about this ad nauseum. That's not a horrible quarterback room. I just don't believe that. This, however, that is not a good quarterback room at all. This just smacks. This quarterback room is just give me, I know this, you know, I get it. Why am I blanking on the coach's name? Oh my God. Mike Vrabel. I know Vrabel's, you know, not the same, but this just smacks of Bill O'Brien. I got it. I'll figure it out. Okay. Okay, Bill O'Vrabel. You got it. Michael O'Brien. Oh, wow. Jen said we have 7 people. 7 peeps have paid for Pick'em. Well, AR Platinum said he's in, Jen. So AR Platinum is going to get with you. So AR Platinum's going to play. I don't even know if he's still here right now, but he said he's going to play. He said he's in. There it is. I'm down. Dubs said he's in. I'll get in since I didn't do fantasy this year. And Terrence said he's in. So that should get us up to 10 at least. At least. Jesus said I will probably join in next week. That'll get us to 11. And Tony said I can use my fantasy winnings this year and parlay it into the pick'em contest. No. So I guess Tony's not in, but I don't know if he's going to join or not. I can never tell with Tony. I can never tell. That I don't know. I hope Cece's mom is okay. Either Jim or talking with her mom. I hope she's okay. So there you go. Jen just sent you an email. Oh, there you go. Okay. So here we go. New England 9, Miami 8. It's hard to feel good about the possibility of Tua getting through a full season unscathed if he misses time. Neither Wilson nor Ewers provides much of a safety net. Don't disagree with that. That's obvious what happens to that team when Tua's not there. Number 7, the Raiders. Oh, damn. Thank you. Number 7, Geno Smith, Kenny Pickett, and Aiden O'Connell. Ugh. I still think that's how the fuck is that not better than Drake May, Joshua Dobbs, and Tommy DeVito? I mean, that's got to be top 3 worst, right? I guess not. Geno Smith, Kenny Pickett, Aiden O'Connell. Number 6, Sam Darnold, Drew Lock, Jalen Milroe. Remember him? Number 5. Now, look, this is if Darnold's 24th season was the start of a career revival instead of a fluke, he could elevate the Seahawks out of the rankings. We'll see. Number 5, Rodgers, Rudolph, Howard, and Skylar Thompson. That's a goddamn mess, to be sure. To be sure. Number 4. You knew this was going to be here, Jen. I'm sorry you had to see this. Divert your eyes. Joe Flacco, Dylan Gabriel, Shedeur Sanders, Deshaun Watson. I actually saw a depth chart that had Deshaun Watson ahead of Shedeur Sanders. I was like, blah, blah, blah. What? It's true, though. They did. Always bet on give him the old Watt Tua. Okay. I hate you, Cisco. Number 3, the Jets, Justin Fields and Tyrod Taylor. Yep, that checks out. Definitely. Number 2, the Colts. Yep. Daniel Jones, Anthony Richardson, and Riley Leonard. Ugh, God damn. You remember when the Colts drafted Richardson and was like, yeah, baby, it's our time to shine. Remember when there was some guy I don't know, some fledgling YouTube fuckface sat here and said, man, AFC South really looks like they're getting their shit together with quarterbacks. I mean, they've got this Anthony Richardson fella, this Trevor Lawrence fella, then along comes this CJ Stroud fella. Ugh. Ugh. How long has Richardson been here? This is 3rd year? I really want the kid to be good. He just is never going to be. 1, he can't stay healthy, and 2, this will be his 3rd year. He's 2 years. He's snake bit. You know what I mean? Like, I feel bad for the kid, but he played 4 games in year 1 and 11 in year 2. He's tough. Almost 60% completion percentage in year 1, 47 in year 2. 11 touchdowns, 13 interceptions in 15 games. Not gonna get it done. All right, and your number 1, drum roll. No, man. Yeah, you are correct, Perry. Richard has a cannon. He just can't aim that bitch. Hey, what up, Joe Bro? Yep, your New Orleans Saints. Spencer Rattler and Tyler Shaw, is it pronounced? Let me ask you, Jen, would you rather be the Browns right now or the Saints? Huh? Like, I don't know what this tier ranking thing is, but like, they have these QB tiers here, but yeah, that's not good. Here's your QB tiers, all of them. Tier 5 is the worst. Let's see, tier 5. Who is it? This is the Browns, and that's it. Wow. Well, how? Shaw equals shuck. Well, I don't understand if they're not the worst. How do they have them like the tier 5 quarterback is Best suited as a backup. Oh, these are the actual quarterback rankings. Oh, gotcha. So Kenny Pickett is a tier 5. Gotcha. Oh, okay. I see. This is where they overall rank. Your tier 4 QBs. Okay. Yeah. So Flacco's a tier 4. Boy. Boy. Delicious. Man. If Spencer Rattler's your starter and he's a tier 3 or tier 4, is Shaw a tier 3? Ain't no damn way. Oh, these are just the starters. Okay. Huh. Yep. Murray, Rodgers, Tua, Trevor, Geno, Bo, Sam, Drake, Caleb, Bryce, Kirk. Tier 2. Jaden Daniels, Justin Herbert, Jared Goff, CJ Stroud, Jalen Hurts, Baker Mayfield. Isn't it weird that Baker Mayfield's in this discussion? It's kind of crazy. Dak Prescott, Jordan Love, Brock Purdy. Change from 24. They all retain their tier. Baker Mayfield moved up a tier. Jalen Hurts. Everybody retained their tier. Jaden Daniels was top tier. And the number 1 tier. Mahomes, Burrow, Allen, Jackson, and Stafford. Okay. Yep. Okay. It's about right. Anybody that should be moved up to number 1? Oh, no, that's how you pronounce it. Shuck? Really? Shuck? That's crazy. It's okay, Alec. I still love you. Alex said, Barry, I can explain. I was supposed to send you a message, but I knocked out. I'm getting old. I get it, brother. I get it. I'm the same way. I still love you. So it's pronounced shuck? That's crazy. That is crazy talk. That's weird. Tyler. Yeah, that's a weird pronunciation. I was like, he must be from Louisiana, the way that's pronounced. I'm going to look at his Pro Football Reference page. Does he have a Pro Football Reference page? I don't think he does. I don't think he does. No. Uh-oh. Saints promote veteran QB in surprise move. Huh. This is not giving me shit. Let's see. Pro Football Reference. There we go. There we go. Pronounced shuck. That's crazy. It's crazy. Right there on the thing. Look at that. Pronounced shuck. What the shuck? That don't make no. Who's doing this? Tyler Shabuzi. That's just crazy. That is some backwoods Louisiana shit. They should love him down there. Okay. Let's get over to, hold on. Donna, I missed it, but thank you for resubscribing. You're the best, my love. You're the best. Donna resubscribed for 17 months, for 40 months. I don't know how the fuck the math works on that, but thank you, Donna. Much appreciated. All right. Let's see. You know what's crazy is I always am like, oh man, that's weird. I always look at Twitch and then I look at YouTube and the numbers is YouTube's popping. YouTube is popping right now. Twitch must be acting like a hoe. Twitch must be acting like a hoe today because YouTube is popping. But either way, we own our game. We approaching 40. We at 19 and 16, baby. Well, don't look. We're at 19,000 and 16,000. Shut your whore ass up. Don't look. Okay, I want to tell you the story about me buying a car. Cisco, fuck YouTube. There's a staff, record label. Okay. Y'all, this is the craziest thing I have ever seen or had happen. Okay. True story. I'm not making this up. Now, for those of you that know, I mean, it's been a minute. It's 2 months since Nora was hit and had her car totaled. That's how long it's been since she's had a car. And we have tried and tried to get her a car, and it has been not fun. But we're, holding out hope. And because I'm just not going to let us get screwed. And she gets frustrated, and I get it. But, we're doing what we're supposed to do, and she's being patient as she can be. Excuse me. But she's running thin on patience, to be sure. And I'm trying to get her, I'm trying to get her the car she wants. It's not been easy because she wants a very specific kind of car. She's looking at a Volkswagen Tiguan, and there's only 3 colors she wants, either sandstone, black, or white. And there's only really one interior color she wants, this amber brown color. So it's making it very difficult to find this car because they go quickly, because a lot of people want that amber brown color. They're not easy to get. So we had been putting it off. There's a Volkswagen dealership down in Clear Lake. And we had been putting it off going down there. Obviously, living in Spring, that's an hour to drive down there to look at cars. But I was like, fuck it. Let's go down there. They have a ton of cars. They're huge. They're a big dealership. It's a big lot. They've got a ton. Let's go down there and look. We drive down there, and they say they don't have any on the lot, but they say they have one sandstone Tiguan with brown interior. Now, I should preface this by saying we have already gone to 2 dealerships and negotiated deals and left because they were hitting me with bullshit. And I'm like, nah, I'm not dealing with this bullshit. I'm not messing with y'all. I've walked over $500 twice. Well, one we were $1,100 apart, and the other one we were $500 apart. Walked both times. Then I ended up calling a guy who was going to find me one, but he says he can't. No one will trade with him. So we drive down to Clear Lake. We stopped at like this other dealership by the house, and they didn't have the amber brown, but they had the other one. So we drive down to 1960 in Fallbrook. Yeah, I think that's the one we went to, Cypress. I think that's the one. I think that's the Cypress, Volkswagen Cypress. They're not very good. That's the one I walked from. That was the one where I was like 500 apart, I think. and left. If I'm not, yeah, that's Volkswagen Cypress. Yep, that's Volkswagen Cypress. That's the one I told to jump up my butt and fight for air. So we've tried, right? So I've been on the phone. We've done research. So we drive an hour to Clear Lake. Get out of the car. Huge lot. I mean, huge lot. Get out of the car. We're walking around. Some young ass kid comes walking up limping. He's got his foot in a boot. He goes, "Hey, I saw y'all walking around. Just figured maybe I could offer some assistance or help." I'm like, "Hey, what's up, man?" He goes, "My name's Music." And I was like, "What?" He goes, "My name is Music." I was like, "Your name is Music?" He goes, "Yeah, blame my parents." I was like, "Nah, that's a dope name, dude." He goes, "Yeah, my brother's name is Mystery." I was like, "Are you serious?" He goes, "Yeah, I guess they felt like I had to keep up. My name is Music. His is Mystery." So, he's like, "Well, what are y'all looking for?" And I told him, and I kind of told him this is what he goes, "Well, let me look around." He's like, "Well, I don't have any on the lot, but it says I have one inbound, like headed this way or headed to a dealership that I could intercept. You want to see if we could work something out?" I was like, "Yeah." So we go in and we sit down, and I said, "Look, man, I don't want to waste anybody's time, but I don't want to go through the bullshit, man. I've been through the bullshit a couple times. I'm not, I've been in this business. I kind of know what to expect from you guys. I don't want to have to deal with the shit. Let's just cut to the chase. Save me the drama." You know what I mean? Like, I know you're about to ask me if I'm trading anything in. And he had already had a sales manager there because I told him a lot of this shit in the parking lot. And the sales manager was like, "Well, what's the number? What do you want?" "Well, what do you want?" Because I was like, I don't want to have to go through this. Like, I'm not these people. I used to sell cars. I know what the games are. Like, I know what you're going to ask me before you ask me. I know why you're asking me. I know what the tactics are. Like, I know why you're going to want her to sign the offer before you take it to the sales manager. It's so you can get her to commit. And they were both looking at each other, kind of smiling. I was like, I know all of this. All right. So it would just be a huge relief if we could just skip the semantics and the bullshit and just cut to the chase and just talk numbers. And so the sales manager, to his credit, he goes, "Well, what do you want?" I was like, "Well, honestly, I don't know, because I wasn't expecting you to have the car." And he goes, "Well, throw out a number." I was like, "Give me a minute. Just give me a minute. Let me collect my thoughts." And see, that's the thing too, is if you're at a car dealership, it's okay to just take some time. And a lot of people be like, blah, and give a number out, and you might be fucking yourself. And I was like, well, just give me a minute. Can you guys just give me some time? I'd like to see the Maroni sticker. That's the sticker that they put on the car that they're legally bound to. I said, I'd like to get a copy of the Maroni sticker. I'd like to see it and then just kind of gather my wits and figure out what I think a fair price for this car is. They're like, "No problem." So they give me the Maroni sticker and they leave. And it's just Nora and me, and I do all my shit. And I'm like, okay, I really want to be somewhere around 41.3 to 41.5. If I can get there, I'll be good. Now, invoice before anything on these cars are like 38.8, but then you've got other things. So the music comes back and he's like, "Well, what do you think, man?" I was like, "Man, I want to be at 41,000. He goes, "Okay. I don't know if I can do it, but I can write it up." I was like, "Write it up." So he writes it up and he gets Nora to sign the little paper, which is a sales tactic. And he takes it back there, and here comes another sales manager. And she was like, "All right, so, and they have 3.9% financing, by the way, because of Labor Day. Because we were doing this on Saturday, so it was Labor Day weekend. Or was it Friday or Saturday? It was Saturday. So they have 3.9% financing. So this lady comes by and she goes, "So," I was like, "I want 41,000 and 3.9% financing." So this other sales manager comes up and she's like, so I can't do, she goes, okay, hi, my name is whatever. And she's like, here's the thing. So I can't do both, right? So the car's already discounted. So I can't give you the discount and the 3.9% financing. I can do one or the other. So if you want the 3.9, I can't give you the $1,450. I certainly can't do the $41,000. I was like, yes, you can. She's like, no, I can't. I was like, yes, you can. She's like, no, I can't. I was like, show me in the fine print where it says you can't do both. And she kind of stopped. I was like, show me where it says you cannot do both. Where Volkswagen and Wells Fargo prevent you from selling me the car at $41,000 and giving me 3.9% APR. Show me where it says that. Well, they just, I mean, it's the owners, the dealership. Well, so the dealership. So it's not that you can't, it's that you won't. Well, no, I can't. No, you won't. You won't do it. She was like, well, I was like, nowhere in the fine print or anywhere else does it say you can't sell me this car for 3.9 and $41,000. Nowhere. In fact, on the website, it says they have 3.9 and 750 cash back. So you absolutely can do it. You just don't want to. So you're saying you want to sell me a car, but you're not showing me that you want to sell me this car. Now, you asked me what it was going to take, and I told you, $41,000 and 3.9% APR. Now, you've walked back at sticker price for 3.9% APR or at a $500 off of sticker with regular financing it, you're saying at 7-8%, which is absolutely ridiculous. So I just don't feel like you're serious about selling me this car at all. Now, do you want to sell me the car? And she was like, well, I thought you would like this deal. I was like, well, you thought wrong. That's ridiculous. Why would you think I would like that? If I'm at $41,000 and 3.9% APR, why would you think I would want to buy the car at sticker for 3.9 or 500 off at 7%? That's insane to me. Do you not want my business? This is crazy. This is what I'm talking about. And she was like, well, I was like, look, you can do this. You just don't want to. So do you want to sell the car? She was like, well, yeah, I want to sell you the car. I was like, well, then sell it to me for $41,000 at 3.9% APR and you'll sell the car. She goes, I just don't think they're going to do that. I was like, well, why don't you go ask them? You're sitting here telling me you don't think they can. Go ask them. You obviously can't make the decision. Go ask them. She goes, well, I don't think they will. So this is who like music had turned me to. This was supposed to be the big tough closer person. So she leaves. Nora was like, damn. So music leaves. And Nora, I told her, I was like, look, she goes, let's just go. And I was like, no, we're good. She goes, when do you want me to stand up? I was like, if I bump you, stand up and get ready to leave. She goes, okay. So that's the rule that we have when Nora and I buy a car is like, if I tell her to get up or if I say, let's go, she gets up and leaves, period. But sometimes I want her to be the one to do it because this is her car and she really wants it. So if she's the one that says, fuck it, then they know they're about to lose a deal. This is all strategy. This is all tactics, right? So if she's the one walking out and not me, and I'm the hard ass, they know they fucked up. So she was like, okay. So then we're sitting there and here comes a third guy. Now, I'm sorry, a fourth person. This is the main sales guy. This is the general sales manager. This is the main guy. And he walks up with a piece of paper and he goes, look, this is invoice on the car. Hey, what up, Stout? I'm telling a story about me buying a car. Bianca said, Barry, next time I buy a car, I'm hitting you up. I have a whole video on the YouTube channel that you can watch about, I teach you guys how to buy a car. So So this guy walks up, he sits down, he slides this paper around. He goes, look, that's invoice on the car. He goes, I can't sell you the car for $41,000. That is under invoice. It says invoice on the car is $41,405, I think it was. Yeah, I think invoice was $41,500. Yeah, I didn't get a picture of it, but I want to say invoice was $41,400. He goes, I can't sell it to you for $41,000. He goes, if I sold it to you at if I sell it to you at $41,900, I'm only making $500. I said, bullshit. He goes, and I got to pay these guys. I got to pay these guys. I got to pay all these people. I was like, bullshit. I said, first of all, that's not true. If you sell me the car at invoice, you're making money. He goes, no, I'm not. I said, yes, you are. All of this stuff has markup on it. So you're making money on the markup, first of all. He goes, no, that's invoice. I said, okay. Okay. Let's assume that this is the real invoice. He goes, it is the real invoice. I know there's people that say there's two different invoices. I said, okay, I'll take your word for it. Let's say this isn't that scenario, and this is a real invoice, and this is the actual cost of the car. You're still making $850. He goes, how do you figure that? I was like, dealer holdback. You're going to tell me you're not making $850 no matter what you sell this car for? Well, yeah, but I don't get that. Yeah, you do. Well, no, I don't. Sure you do. He goes, the dealership gets that. I was like, oh, come on, you're part of the dealership. All this money goes to the dealership. You get a salary or commission. Music gets a salary or commission. The other lady that got turned to me gets a salary or commission. The other sales manager that got turned to me gets a salary or commission. You all are getting something, but the dealership gets the check and divvies it up. So that $850 holdback that Volkswagen gives every single dealer for selling every single car, that's your profit, even if you sell it at invoice. So if you sell me this car for $41,400, you're still going to make $850 if I walk out the door. He goes, yeah, but if I do 3.9, I don't make any money. So that's why I can't do it. I was like, you make $850. Well, that doesn't pay the lights. I'm like, sure it does. Because those people over there, you're going to make probably $2,000-$3,000 off of them. You're going to make you're still making $850. I've been here for an hour. That's a pretty good return rate. He was like, I said, look, man, do you want to sell me the car or do you not want to sell me the car? He said, well, you're at 41. That's below invoice. I'm at 41.9. I said, well, and I just stared at him. And music was such a cool dude. I loved music, man. This kid, he was so cool. And he was just sitting there and he was just like, fuck. And Nora, I forgot to tap Nora. Like I forgot. Remember, we had this thing where I was going to tell her when to stand up and be like, fuck this or whatever. I forgot. And so I'm just staring at the dude and I'm staring at the paper and I'm like, man. And Nora goes, you know what? This is ridiculous. I'm sick of this. And she stood up. And I was like, oh shit. And she just started walking. She stood up and she took 2 steps. And as soon as she did that, I looked at the dude and I said, I'll meet you in the middle, 41.5. And he goes, deal. And he stuck his hand out. Boom. And I bought that bitch for $100 over invoice. And he jumps up and he walks to the sales office. And Nora is like, let's go. And Music is like, Music has no idea what happened. The only 2 people that know we just made a deal was me and this dude. Everybody else was like, what the fuck? Just Nora's like expecting me to follow her. She's like, come on, we're out of here. Fuck this place. And I'm like, sit down. She's like, I'm not sitting down. We're leaving. I'm like, we just made a deal. She goes, what are you talking about? I was like, We just bought the car. She goes, what? I was like, we just made the deal. She goes, what do you mean we made the deal? I was like, we just made the deal, 41.5. We bought it for 41.5. She was like, oh. And Music goes, hold on, what just happened? I was like, you just sold the car, Music. He goes, I'm so confused. Because that happened so fast when she stood up. You said, he goes, I'll be back. I need to go check. I was like, Music, you just sold the car, bro. We're buying the car for 41.5. He goes, no shit. I was like, yeah, bro, you just sold the car. Congratulations. He was like, damn, I got to go double check. And sure as shit, he walks in there, he comes back, he was like, I'll be damned, we did sell the car, man. Well, congratulations, you guys got the new car. And we start going through the process, and he gets Nora's credit app, and everybody's happy, man. And so this car, it was exactly what she wanted. Sandstone Tiguan SEL R line with amber interior. But it was headed to one of their sister stores, the DeMontron on North Freeway, which we had been to, but didn't have one or whatever. But it was supposed to go to Clear Lake, and then it was being dealer traded over there. But now they were like, we're just going to sell it to you, and we're just going to tell them, bring us our car. So Nora fills out the paperwork. She does the credit app. And then she does the credit app and something else, information disclosure. And so we're sitting there for a minute and we're talking, and, man, it always takes a while after this. Music comes walking by and say, hey, Music man, can just FYI, I have a show tonight. So, and we live in Spring. So if you don't mind, man, if you can help me out. He goes, oh, yeah, I got you. So we're sitting there for like 15 minutes. And I see the sales manager come walking out. The GM, the general sales manager. I see him come walking out from behind the glass. And he comes walking up with a piece of paper in his hand and his phone in his hand. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? Because this isn't normal. Once you get to them, and that's rare that you do, once you get to them and you shake, they're gone. They're on to closing other deals or selling the cars, and the salesman takes care of the rest, or salesperson. I was like, what the fuck is happening? He walks up, he pulls up a chair, and he flips it around, and he sits down in it backwards, and he says, you're never going to believe this. And I went. And in my mind, I was like, I don't know what bullshit you're about to try to sell me or tell me, but you're right. I'm never going to believe it. Deanna said he offered you a job. But he goes, you're never going to believe this. And in my mind, I was like, you're right. Because whatever you're about to say is probably going to be complete and utter bullshit. He goes, guys, I am so sorry. And he pulls up his phone and he flips it around to me on the desk for me and Nora to see. He holds it up. Oh! That was unnecessary. I accidentally hit the button. And he holds it up. That built some dramatic effect. He flips it around. He kind of holds it up a little bit for both Nora and me to see. And it is a Sandstone SEL R-Line Tiguan that has been wrecked. And below that it says, hey, Eric, this is Eric at DeMontron North. Sorry. This just happened on a test drive. Fuck. I was like, you've got to be shitting me. He goes, man, in all my years, I was like, you've got to be shitting me. He goes, I will make you a deal on any car on this lot. I will give you the best deal that we have ever made on a car. He goes, you already got a good deal. I will give you the absolute best deal on any car you want on this lot. I cannot believe this. I am so sorry. I was like, you don't have a car on this lot that she wants. She wants a black, sandstone, or white, one of those three colors, Tiguan, SEL line with amber interior, and you don't have those. I was like, you have a black one that's inbound. How about the deal on that? He goes, well, I can't do the 3.9 because that ends. And I was like, motherfucker, you've got to be kidding me. You've got just, just when you thought, you guys have known the last month and a half, how shitty our luck has been. And I was like, maybe things are turning around. Fuck. You've got to be kidding me. Like, that's just fucking insane. So Nora was like, oh, fuck this. Let's go. And she means it this time. She's like, oh my God, this is crazy. And they're like, so there's nothing you want on the lot? I was like, no, it's not what she wants. He goes, man, I'm going to call some other dealerships, like sister dealerships in like Salt Lake, and see what I can do by Monday. I was like, fuck, man, that's crazy. So we don't have a car. We don't have a fucking car. We negotiated a great deal on a car. And now we're probably going to have to start all over again from square one. Because the chances of them, getting another one or whatever, I don't know. I called they said they were going to call me Monday. I didn't hear from them. I finally had to call them at 6:30 last night. And he was like, yeah, man, there's nothing. Like, there's nothing inbound. There's nothing. He goes, I got you in the CRM. As soon as one pops up, like you're my first call, but there's nothing. I was like, man, I see shit on the internet. So I don't know. It's pretty crazy. And part of me, here's the deal. Thanks, Big Stout. Part of me thinks this. Here's the pros and cons of negotiating a good deal and being good at negotiating a good deal at car dealerships. Once they know that they're not going to be able to get you for a lot of money, they have no interest in selling you a vehicle, right? They would rather you go down the line and buy it from somewhere else. They just don't want, because they're like, man, I could sell some to somebody else for more. And it's true. So then they're like, I don't want to mess with it. So they don't know, they at first. And then once they do, they're like, nah, I ain't making no money on that deal. So they have no real interest or urgency to find us a car now, because they know they're making $100 over invoice on their car. Why the fuck are they going to be in a hurry? When in fact, that same car, they could get it on the lot and probably sell it to somebody else for, 500 under sticker, or 500 under sticker, and make a lot more money than they're going to make off of us. So yeah. So needless to say, Nora really upset. But yeah, where we are. back to square one. Nora's like, I'm just going to look for a fucking something. I'm like, no, here's the deal. Here's what you just have to know and believe and trust. That wasn't the right car for you. There was going to be something wrong with that car. That was the universe or your guardian angel or whoever looking out for you. You just have to know that wasn't the right car. That was not supposed to be your car. This is kind of like I told her when we were, looking for our next animal. Like, you'll know the right one will be there. So I was just telling her, like, that wasn't the right one. That's all that means. So we shall see. The wreck was photoshopped. I wish. Yeah, Walt, that was Clear Lake Volkswagen. Yes, indeed. Yeah, Total Dallas said, where the cameras, no way this is real. That's what I thought. But what you gonna do? That old lady that hit her was test driving that car. Well, so, yeah, I've told her, Donna, we went and looked, and, it's frustrating when you get to a handshake and a credit app. Like, that's what sucks about having to choose an alternate color. She doesn't like, because they sell them in black, white, sandstone, this light blue, and green. And she doesn't like the blue and the green. So that only leaves 3 other colors. And then the interior, it's either all black, which she just despises, or it's amber brown or this Grigio, which is kind of a grayish, which isn't bad. But yeah, I mean, we just have to figure it out. But is that not the wildest shit you've ever heard? I've never seen that. And I was in the business for a few years. Never heard of that happening. Ever. The fuck, what are the odds? Just craziness. All right, let me see this story here. Big Stout. Kawhi Leonard, Steve Ballmer, check it out. What is that? Steve Ballmer. Kawhi Leonard. Why, Walt, you know somebody over at VW? Clear Lake? Kawhi Leonard reportedly paid $28 million for no-show job with Clippers. What? Kawhi Leonard Clippers used endorsement deal to circumvent salary cap? Interesting. Is that tree service story? The tree service story. What, Donna? What do you mean the tree service story? Joe Bro said, y'all worse about picking cars than I am about picking women. I know what I like. I don't settle, but sometimes I accept an alternate color. That's funny, Joe Bro. I'm on Yahoo. Let's see. Clippers and Steve Ballmer accused of paying star Kawhi Leonard $28 million for a no-show job. Ooh, that's juicy. You know what's funny, Big Stout? I've always wondered why this never happens more in sports. Like, always. How is this not a thing? How is this not more of a thing? You know what I mean? Like, here it is. Whoops. No, that's not it. What the hell did I do there? That's the wrong thing. There we go. Yeah, Clippers and owner Steve Ballmer accused of paying Kawhi Leonard $28 million for a no-show job as a way to circumvent salary cap. According to a report by Pablo Torre, NBA spokesperson told Yahoo, the league is aware of Torre's report and is, quote, commencing an investigation. Torre laid out allegations, scandal on his program. Pablo Torre finds out on Wednesday. The show, which features plenty of direct quotes from legal docs, made the argument Leonard was paid $28 billion through a company owned by Ballmer to essentially do nothing. Ballmer is accused of using the agreement as a way to pay Leonard more than his contract, which, if true, is a violation of rules. NBA rules. Entire situation revolves around a now bankrupt company called Aspiration. Oh, that's what Donna was referring to. A tree planting service funded by Ballmer. Aspiration entered a $20 million legal agreement with KL2 Aspire LLC, a company owned by Leonard. Tory attempted to find any evidence that Leonard ever marketed for or endorsed the company, but came up empty. A clause in one of the contract documents between Aspiration and KL2 stated Leonard could, quote, decline to proceed with any action desired by the company, essentially giving Leonard the ability to get paid without doing anything. Another clause stated Leonard would only be paid if he remained a member of the Clippers. Interesting. Correspondence from both Aspiration and KL2 were sent to Dennis Robertson, Leonard's advisor, for his investigation by the NBA in 2019 for asking for impermissible benefits. The NBA completed the investigation into Robertson, also known as Uncle Dennis, found no evidence. Clippers granted legal benefits to Leonard while pursuing him in free agency. Huh. The entire legal scandal was summed up by Tory Show in a 4.5-minute video. It was to circumvent the salary cap, an inside source said. The Clippers responded to those allegations by sending the following quote to Tory. Quote, neither Mr. Ballmer nor the Clippers circumvented the salary cap or engaged in any misconduct related to Aspiration. Any contrary assertion is provably false. End quote. Uh-oh, sounds like slander, defamation lawsuit inbound. At the time of 2019 investigation into Robertson, sources told Sam Amick of The Athletic that while no evidence of illegal benefits was found, NBA Commissioner Adam Silver considers the issue a cardinal sin of the NBA, and the league would reopen an investigation of the situation if more evidence came to light. Leonard originally joined the Clippers on a 3-year, $104 million deal. He re-upped with the team on a $176 million deal, signed a 3-year, $140 million extension in 2024. Interesting. Yeah, I have always wondered, you have billionaires who own a lot of different companies. How has this never happened before? Or how is this not happening a lot more? How is this not a thing more often? I would not be surprised if it was. Rudy Rod said, sounds like an NIL deal going pro. Yeah. That's funny, Joe Pro. Seems like Leonard has been getting paid for nothing ever since he left his last year in San Antonio. Well, I mean, he didn't win a chip in Toronto. So that's interesting. I think what this does, I'll be interested to see more than anything. I'll be interested to see what the reaction is by other owners, right? My guess is you're going to see a lot of faux outrage and very little action. I understand that Adam Silver is calling it the cardinal sin, but I would also venture to guess that a lot of these owners have either done it in the past, are doing it now, or would do it in the future. And so they're going to be like, hey, definitely shouldn't do it, but okay. Slap on the wrist and be done with it. There were other articles. Yep, Cuban fires back at Pablo Torre's Clippers Kawhi Leonard report. Yeah, there you go. Big stout. Cuban said, oh, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Cuban explained his reasoning. Many on social media applauded Torre for his comprehensive and detailed reporting, but Cuban had a contrarian take and defended Ballmer. I'm on Team Ballmer. As much as I wish they circumvented the salary cap, first, Steve isn't that dumb. If he did try to feed KL money, knowing what was at stake for him personally and his team, do you think he would let that company go bankrupt, knowing all creditors would be visible to the world? They got scammed by Aspiration along with many others, crimes for which they pleaded guilty last week. Cuban went on to rebuke Tory for not going deeper and finding out how exactly Aspiration pulled off the scam. It's sad that Pablo Torre didn't take the time to find out how the scammers pulled off their scam. The idea that that the default is Ballmer is the bad guy is going to backfire on him. Aspiration filed for bankruptcy in March after co-founder Joe Sandberg was arrested on fraud charges. Sandberg ultimately pled guilty to defrauding investors of $248 million. Based on the evidence from Tory's podcast, it's clear that something fishy was going on with Leonard's endorsement deal with Aspiration. Whereas Tory accuses Ballmer of being complicit in Leonard receiving improper payments, Cuban, once an NBA franchise governor himself, seems convinced Ballmer's hands are clean. Clippers said as much in their release statement. Yeah, you know what this smacks of? I'll tell you what, now with that little bit of insight, I can tell you what this smacks of. Yeah, Joe Bro, Cuban, contrary? Say it ain't so. Oh, it's happening. You ever see a HEB commercial? The acting ain't worth nothing. Yeah. Here's what I bet is happening. Yeah, good find on this, Big Stout. Thank you. I wouldn't have seen this most likely. What I think is probably happening here is in this particular case, Ballmer invests heavily in the company. The company goes after Kawhi. And then this sleazy guy, this scumbag of a sleazeball, what was his name? Joe Sandberg, goes to Kawhi and says, hey, listen, I'm a huge Clippers fan. I got Ballmer. If you endorse, I could get you like 28 mil. You ain't got to do a thing. I'll work it out with him. You guys will never have to talk. You'll never, no one will ever find out because you guys will never discuss it. I'll be the middleman. It's my company. Ballmer's just an investor, but it's my company. So you don't have to worry about it. Okay? So, yeah, that'll be the thing. And Kawhi's like, okay. So then he goes back to Steve and he's like, hey, look, just between you and me, come outside to this park bench where no one can hear us. I'm going to give Kawhi $28 million. He ain't got to do shit. This is just to incentivize him to stay in LA. I'm a big Clippers fan. You're welcome. Thanks for investing. I kept my promise. Appreciate you dumping your money into my company. Or something along those lines. But that keeps Steve Ballmer's hands directly clean. Meanwhile, you got Joe Sandberg, that slimy dude, allegedly, doing the dirty work. But where there's smoke, there's fire. For Cuban to come out and be like, well, that's just stupid. Well, it sounds like Ballmer was just an investor. And Sandberg ran this thing into the ground and swindled money from everybody. But I guarantee you, he was like, I can get Kawhi $28 million and get him to guarantee to stay. You want me to do that for you? Throw me $15 million or whatever your investment is that he wanted. And he did it. It was a third party. Nobody's dumb enough to go and do it just directly. Hey, I'm going to hire you at my company. So here's the deal, Kawhi. What did Steve Ballmer own? Was it Microsoft? Wasn't that what it was? Wasn't he like founder at Microsoft? originally, or was it Apple? It was one of the two. Yeah, it was Microsoft. Yeah, Ballmer's time at Microsoft was marked by a chief. Yeah. So it's not like Ballmer was like, okay, here's what we're going to do, Kawhi. I'm going to hire you to be a programmer at Microsoft for $28 million. But you don't have to code anything. Don't even show up. Oh, okay. I mean, he's not that fucking stupid. You don't get to the level that he's at by being that fucking dumb. You massage the shit, and you have this Joe scumbag or whoever who works the middle. And Kawhi, he don't care. He's just over there laughing and doing what he does. I thought I had his laugh as a drop. I guess I don't. I should have his laugh as a drop. I only have this one. Nope. I think Kawhi Leonard's laugh is a drop. Because it is fantastic. It's the best. Oh, fun guy. This dude's laugh. Oh my god, this dude's laugh. Okay, yeah, we gotta hear Kawhi's laugh again. Here we go. Hold on. We gotta fucking hear it. Change. I ain't have to reset this bitch every time. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, here it is. That's got to be a goddamn drop. Stout said, I think it all service when Kawhi asked for his remaining $7 million. Oh, the company going bankrupt and only paying Leonard is what blew the story up. Oh, that'll do it. Yeah, that'll do it. Kawhi's like, deal's a deal. Hey, Steve, where's my money? And Steve was like, I don't have your money. And Kawhi was like, this fool's crazy. Okay, I just want to play that over and over. I like that he's like, I'm a fun guy. I don't even know what to tell you. You're going to have to ask me more questions about myself. What the fuck? All right, let's real quick. There was this Framber Valdez thing is blowing up. Big Stout, you're a Yankee fan, aren't you? You probably watched last night. We got to get to this Yankees Astros drama that happened with Framber. Because this, ladies and gentlemen, I do believe in my heart of hearts, Framber's lost his shit. Okay. Let me see if I can find it. Framber hits catcher. Here we go.
Here's a weird scene.
Okay. So this was originally seen on John Boy Media. I'm glad this isn't from John Boy. Not a fan. That was New York Post. That's fine. I'm good with that. I'm good with it. Here was the video, ladies and gents. Framber should be a bitter ass drink at Starbucks. Okay. This was the first part of the video. Now, what you'll notice is this was before the action took place. This is on the Grand Slam. His catcher. Oh God, what's the dude's name? I'm drawing a blank. Shit. Yeah, oh my God. I'm gonna get it. Hold on. Salazar. Jesus, why was I? Yeah, thank you, Donna. I kept thinking. I don't know why I was thinking about Urias, which is stupid. But Salazar, I'm gonna step out from behind the plate and tell him, "Hey, step off the mound and let's go through the signs again or whatever." Well, Framber doesn't like that. He just wants to throw the pitch. Now, a little backstory on Framber before we get into this. For those of you that don't know, Framber has always been kind of a head case. If you don't know that, and you hadn't or you don't remember, way back in the day, Framber was always known to be volatile. And so they got Framber with a sports psychologist, and they started working on his head and getting him mentally right. And you would notice that in the following years that when Framber would get rattled or have problems on the mound, he would step off, he would walk around, he would take his time and gather himself and, I don't know, align his chakras or whatever the fuck the hippies do when shit goes south. Okay? That's what Framber would do. Well, with the advent of the pitch clock, he doesn't get that opportunity anymore. He just kind of has to plow through it and try to align himself and get shit right in a shorter amount of time. And I think that pressure is starting to show on Framber. Because if you'll recall, back in July, I believe it was, towards the end of the month, Framber lost to the Nats 2-1. And in that game, he gave up a run that he blamed on the shift. He blamed the defensive alignment, said essentially that the shift cost him the game. He didn't like the shift. He doesn't understand why they were shifted that way. He essentially blamed it all on the shift. Now, never mind the fact that no pitcher has ever come out and thanked the shift for saving them runs. You know, we could go through and look at all the runs saved by the shift when Framber's on the mound. But let's not do that, Framber. Let's just bitch about the runs you've lost, the one. Okay? So Framber's already had one major media dust up where he blamed the shift, defensive alignment, and the defense, a la Joe Espada, and his teammates for a loss. That didn't sit well, I guarantee you, with Espada, with Dana Brown, with Jim Crane, with the clubhouse. It probably didn't sit well with anybody. But Framber gonna Framber. He's crazy. Whatever. I also think he's already pissed off that he's having to pitch this season on his 5th-year arbitration deal at about $18 million when his market value sits at about $34 million. Wouldn't you be mad? Wouldn't you be mad if you knew you were worth $34 million in a pitcher's market and you're making about half of that? And you're the only one that's been healthy on this goddamn team besides Hunter Brown? I'd be pissed. I want my money, but you didn't give it to me, so now I got to pitch this year out on half salary. And then I got to go to the free agent market, which, oh, by the way, I'll be 32 going on 33. Nobody's going to give a pitcher that's 33 max contract or max dollars, even if they are worth 34 million. The Astros basically fucked Framber. They got him in his best years for arbitration money. Now, if you're an Astros fan, yay. But also, if you're an Astros fan, you're probably not going to get the next couple of years of Framber, or don't be mad when he leaves. You got what you got. Be happy. So I think all of that comes into play with what we're seeing from Fromber all year. But this happened last night in the Yankees game. You could see clearly the catcher says, hey, dude, just back up. He doesn't. He throws the pitch. Grand salami! See ya, bitch. So, you can see Salazar tells him to step off the plate very clearly. Back up. Just take the step off the plate. He doesn't. He throws the pitch anyways because he's Framber Valdez and he knows more than Salazar does. Who are you, Cesar Salazar, to tell me what to do? I know more than you. You've only been on this team since 2023. I'm smarter than you. So he gives up that grand slam. And then he comes back and does this. Now, what we're told is Salazar thought a curveball was supposed to be coming. Fromber did this. Bop! Now, I want you to watch the body language of Fromber when he does it. This is literally the very next pitch. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the body language of a pitcher that basically told his catcher, don't tell me to step off in the middle of a pitch, motherfucker. I do what I do. Okay? I do what I do. You don't tell me to step off. So, and this is also the body language. You can see he immediately turns his back to him, like in disgust. You can see that Salazar's body language is like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Did you just fucking, what are you doing? It's almost as if Salazar called for the curveball and Fromber was like, okay, bitch, I get it. You called for the curveball. I'm going to bust your ass. Hey, what up, Ivan? What up, Titan Hugo? Titan Hugo said, but it was a strike. Doesn't matter. Doesn't fucking matter. So here's the problem. Body language from both. Salazar's like, dude, what the fuck, man? He wants to go out there and beat his ass, but he can't. He's a third-year pro. Fromber's Fromber. Been around forever. World Series rings and all that. All he can do is throw the ball back out there. And that's what he does. And that, the way he caught the ball right there, bitch, bet you won't do that again, and turns around. That's that volatility that I was talking about. He did that shit on purpose. He absolutely did that on purpose. And let me tell you why I think he did it on purpose. And oh, by the way, his manager, or excuse me, his agent, it says the mere speculation that Astros left-hander Framber Valdez would intentionally hit his own catcher in the chest with a pitch is preposterous and a complete lack of respect for who he is as a person, his agent said on Wednesday. After Tuesday's game, Valdez said he apologized to Salazar after hitting him in the chest with a pitch and said he got crossed up. Oh, bullshit. Let me explain why Framber Valdez is lying and full of shit. Okay? Let me just explain to you very clearly why he's lying and full of shit. Because if he throws that pitch and it hits old boy Salazar in the chest, his first instinct would be like, oh, That's human nature, y'all. When you throw a pitch and it's crossed up and you make a mistake and it's an accident and maybe the catcher thought it was going to be a curveball, or you thought you were supposed to throw a fastball, but you guys weren't on the same page, and pow, it hits your catcher flush in the fucking chest at 93 miles an hour. 93, like, pow, in the heart. 93 miles an hour in the fucking heart. Look at this. Oh, shit. No, not that. 93 in the heart. Boom. You don't just go, well, I got crossed up and apologize later. As soon as you hit him, I mean, as soon as you hit him, you spin around in disgust at him like, bitch, don't you ever. What happens is, you hit him and go, oh, shit, my bad. And you walk over there to see if he's okay. Are you okay? My fault, man. I got crossed up. Time. Are you okay? That's my fault, bro. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Are you good? But none of that occurred. It was pouty, pissy-faced Fromber who got mad because a 3-year vet catcher told Fromber Valdez, World Series pitcher, hey, bro, step off. You're acting like a pouty bitch, like you always do. Take your hot-headed ass off the rubber for a minute. You don't tell me what to do. I'm Fromber Valdez. Okay, you know what? You are. You're also a fucking asshole. So I'm going to go on record right now. I'll be real glad when Fromber Valdez isn't an Astro anymore. They don't need that cat on this team. If that is how Fromber Valdez is going to act, they don't need that kind of dude teaching these young cats coming up how to play ball. They just don't need that in this clubhouse. This is not the same kind of team that it used to be, where you can fade a guy with this kind of issue. This is not that team. This team is teetering. This team is on the brink. You cannot fade something like this. Gotta go. Now, I'm not saying he's got to go this year, but this is his 5th year arbitration. And when his contract is up, hey, Fromber, thank you for everything you did. See you on the road when the Astros play whatever team you sign with. But I no longer need to see Fromber Valdez as an Astro anymore. And on top of that, whatever money he demands as a free agent, he's not going to be worth it. Not at 33. He's just not going to be worth it. And for the record, if you don't believe me, I've seen pitchers hit batters and show more remorse than he did when he hit his own teammate in the fucking chest. I have seen pitchers show more remorse and be like, than Fromber did when he intentionally tried to cave his catcher's chest in because it pissed him off that he told him to back off. Get out of here. Be gone. This team don't need that. The team don't need it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's gone. He's unrestricted. What are you talking about? I said he's ARB 5. He's done. He's an unrestricted free agent. That's what that means. ARB 5 means he has gone through arbitration for the last time. He is on that contract, meaning when at the end of this season and going into next year, he's a free agent. He's free to negotiate with anybody in baseball. He is no longer tied to the Astros in any way, shape, or form. Here, I'll show you what I meant. I'll show you. I don't know what you got confused on, but when I said R5 and negotiating, they're not They're not going through with Fromber and arbitration anymore. This is what I'm saying. He's a free agent. Sometimes I don't think y'all listen. Y'all hear the show, but you don't listen. Right there. Arbitration, free agent. 18 million. I might have been off on his value though. Let me see. Let me see. What did I say? 34 mil market value or 32, something like. Yeah, it's 34. There we go. 34 mil market value. So buy. Yeah, gone. Get out. Shut up, Ivan. I said I was listening, Barry. I just don't ask my exes that. Jen said that's because it's more men than women. We listen. They only hear. Uriel said, I listen. I don't understand, but I listen. Oh, that's fantastic. Mina has a good question. What are the odds he completely drops off as a pitcher after this year and with another team? Look, he's 32. Yeah. 31 years, 9 months. He'll be 33 November 19th. So at the end of this season. So going into next season, he'll be 32. Can he pitch another 5-6 years? Yeah, absolutely. Is he going to fall off? I don't think so. Not right away. I think he's shown to be very durable, right? I think he'll still be good. But, let me see. And by the way, Salazar said, oh, I guess I hit the wrong button on the pitch comm. That was my fault. It's bullshit. It sucks that Salazar had to go out there in front of the media and pretend like everything is okay. Because I don't know who said it in the chat, but I guarantee you, even Maldi would. But that's one of those unwritten rules of baseball where you don't air out your dirty laundry in public. But see, that's why I don't think I would last very long on a baseball team. Because you put that mic in front of my face, I've been like, yeah, he's a bitch. Straight up. Homie's a bitch. How you gonna fucking hit me in the chest because your crybaby meow meow bitch ass? All I said was step off and take a breath, you crybaby bitch. Man, fuck him. Do it again, bitch. He's lucky I didn't run out and bust his ass in his big ass, funky ass head. They'd be like, oh, okay. We're never asking Barry a question again. So lucky. Oh, no, all the media would be like, oh my God, we're asking Barry questions all the time. It's the clubhouse that would be like, we're never allowing Barry to answer questions to the media again. I'd be like, I'll beat that motherfucker. He's lucky I didn't take the bat from the hitter and go out there and beat his ass with it. That's what he's lucky. Fuck him. Dirty bitch. Joe Espada would be like, in other news, we've released Barry Laminack and we're calling up another catcher. No reason, just performance. We can't have PitchCom mix-ups. Yeah. Ain't that right, Mina? Of all the teams that do it, they had to do it in front of the Yankees. So Fromber, here's his numbers over the years, right? Fromber got here in 2018. That's crazy because that's right. He wasn't here for 2017. Farmer got here in 2018. Pitched in 8 games. But then, so 2019, he had 26 games, 11, 22, 31, 31, 28, 27. So he had this one year where he only pitched in 11, but that was the 2020 season, so never mind. That year he had a 586. Ignore that, right? But that's the year I was telling you about the sports psychologist thing, where he had all the stuff in the world. They had to get his head right. And they did. Now I want to show you, they got his head right. He started looking great. Pitch clock. When did the pitch clock start? When did MLB start using the pitch clock? Go figure. So he gets a sports psychologist in 2019. ERA and stuff drops, and that's when he becomes the Fromber we know in 2020. 3.57 ERA, 1.12 whip, which is great. 3.14 ERA, 2.82 ERA. Wins 17 games. 2022. Right? I mean, just bowling Jim Jones style. 1.16 whip. Everything is great. 17-6 record. Pitch clock starts in 2023. He goes 12-11, 3.45 ERA. Now, he did have a 2.91 ERA last year, but he's 15-7. He's 12-8 this year with a 3.40 ERA. Not quite that 2.82. Not quite as dominant. Still really, really good, though. Right? Still really, really good. I mean, I'm not going to complain about these numbers at all. I'm just not. But it's crazy when we talk about a head case. You can see the clear difference. ERA 2.82 to 3.45. No pitch clock to pitch clock. What I tell you up front, he was able to walk around, clear his head, gather himself when he was frustrated. Never quite been the same since. So he had won 17 games the year before the pitch clock. Since then, he went 12, 15, and 12. Will he be good? Yeah. I think he'll still be good. I think he'll still be a top, 25, 30 pitcher. Is he ever going to be the best pitcher in baseball or top 10? I doubt it. I don't think he'll ever be worth the money that someone's going to pay him. I'll say that. And that's why I wouldn't re-sign him. So, just my 2 pennies. All right, let's get out of here. It's time to skedaddle. I got to get some of this shit done. We'll do our private hour tomorrow. Okay. I can't do it today. So we'll get our private hour in tomorrow. Yeah. That'll be fun times. Hey, thank you, Uriel. Much love to you. All right, fun times. Jen, I love you, Ivan. It's true, though. Yeah, it really is. Truth hurts, Ivan. Good to see you, Ivan. Come hang out a little bit more. Oh, shut up, Big Stout. Big Stout trying to bring up Jazz Chisholm's. Shut up. Home run. Hey, thanks for being back, Reyes. Good to have you here. Jen, what are we at on Pick'em contest? We still at 8? I will. We winning bets this year. Yeah, baby. Oh, CC. I love you, girl. I know you GTSS, but I love you very much. And if you need me, you call me. Uriel said, I still didn't understand shit. Cece said, I am. What did I do? Well, little birdie just told me he was not you per se, but fam and stuff. That's all. I asked where you was. Oh shit. How do I get on Pick'em? You email Jen. Let's go with the quiet, Barry with the quiet storm voice. Just email Jen, Titan Hugo. Jen at barryondeck.com. Jen at barryondeck.com. And she will get you in the Pick'em contest. It starts this week. Get in it, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a lot of fun. You can win some big old cash. All right, I'll see y'all tomorrow, man. I'm going to wrap up the week, talk some NFL. Get in on that. It's the Barry on Deck Pick'em, Ivan, where you pick the fantasy teams you think is going to win each week in the Barry on Deck fantasy leagues. Last year, what would the winner get? 160 something bucks? Yes, Ivan, email Jen, ask her for details. She'll tell you. All right, I love you guys. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Be safe, be kind, love each other. I'll see y'all then. Bye, everybody.
And he's making a YouTube video.